I thought I'm gonna do it differently. For years, I recorded my podcast in Dutch. I recorded with people on video, or my solo episodes, I recorded only audio. And now I felt like I started a couple times and I felt like, no, I want to create in English with video. I don't know why, I'm just following those intuitive nudges. And so here I am, and I really wanted to make a video about hustle culture. About like how I've been stuck in hustle culture for ages, knowing that it wasn't right and wasn't fitting me. But yeah, somehow it just kept me in that circle of survival. And I know there's so many women struggling with the same. And I'm going to tell you how I exactly broke free from that hustle culture, and also how I do things now. Because this was the things where I kept being stuck at for such a long time. Like, okay, I know I don't want to be in that hustle modus, like that survival energy where you do more, you push, you force, like do everything from such a place of almost approval, like almost wanting to prove to yourself, like, see, I can do it, and yeah, there's more than this. But in the end, it's all about coming home to yourself, and that sounds very cheesy, but I love things like that. um, and in the homecoming to yourself, it's really important to feel that there's gonna be a new foundation of doing things. Because as a woman, or in our feminine energy, we should actually be in our being energy. But like the masculine energy is more based on doing energy. And those two are already like so easy to, keep in the back of your minds when you're like forcing and rushing and are in that mental space where you're having a tight chest, you feel like your shoulders tense, you feel like overwhelmed, your emotions go, up and down crazy. Then notice if you're like, are you just being and existing? Are you present? Or are you actually doing more? Are you in that doing energy, in that push energy? And this helped for me so much because I was never really like existing without judgment, without needing things to fix, to change, to analyze, just being. And there like came everything together, because like I could do everything to feel better, to feel more aligned, to feel more healthy, to feel more grounded, to feel more, or less anxious, less fearful. But I was always trying and doing more instead of just like, it's already good. And deep inside are always root causes of why we're doing what we're doing. And when you find your root cause, when you find why you are doing what you're doing, then you're actually starting to change those behaviors and those patterns. You see what's aligned and what's not aligned. You see the things that work for you, but also the things that don't work for you. Because, girl, there's gonna be a lot that doesn't work for you. But you're doing it because everyone does it. Because you've been taught to do so. Because society makes you believe things needed to be a certain way. But it's all still based on a masculine approach, on a linear level. And we women, we are cyclical. We go through cycles every month. We have different phases every day, a different day every day. And if we look at nature and everything around us, even there, everything is cyclical and not linear. Not like, oh, I show up and I do the same thing every day and I start over. Because it can work till some parts, but I know for sure you're someone who feels deep inside that things aren't fully right for you. That you're running into a system that doesn't make sense to you. that you're figuring like you're always behind, or people are always better or doing more, or doing differently. You feel differently. Maybe you feel like you're not fully belonging in this world. But yes, you do. You do belong here. And it's important that we have people like you here that is gonna make that change. That's definitely gonna start doing things differently and listening to our own bodies again. Like connecting with ourselves again instead of forcing our way through. If we look at that masculine approach, it's masculine can be good. Don't get me wrong, we need masculine energy. But what's more there is wounded masculine energy. So there's the survival energy where we go prove ourselves, or we go like run harder and do more instead of just exist and be here. It's those two patterns. You can do it the masculine way, the survival based way. You can do things that way. You can keep doing that your whole life, but it will never feel truly fulfilling. It will always keep you in that same loop of wanting more, chasing, instead of just receiving. And the other way is the regulated way, or the feminine way, where you're just being and receiving. You're doing still what you need to do, but from a different foundation. When you start looking at that foundation, when you start looking at those patterns, things are definitely gonna change for you as well. But it is letting go of an old pattern, an old identity that did things a certain way. Because we always have thought that we, just like push through and you will get there. Like, wipe off your tears, go on, move on. And just don't listen to your body. We're just so disconnected from that. And when you start changing, you're saying goodbye to patterns that once helped you, that once maybe helped you survive. But right now, there's a different way calling you. And that's that regulated way. The place where everything feels at peace. And you're feeling already deep, deep, deep trust. And from that place of deep trust, you're still taking the actions. As I said, like, it's not about not taking action anymore. It's not about sitting and waiting and hoping everything will be perfect. Absolutely not. But it's following more what your body actually tells you. Not self-sabotaging your way into success or abundance, but truly knowing and feeling what's right for you and that it's your path. Because we compare ourselves so oftenly, so much, so deeply, and it's definitely keeping you stuck. So the only thing you need to know is most of the people are running on the survival-based pattern, a hustle culture, and you can start running on a feminine regulated pattern, a foundation that creates safety, and this is the word that's the most important, that creates safety and the capacity to actually grow, to actually go further in your life, to actually do things you really want to do and where it feels safe and good to do that. Where you not have to be someone else or walk someone else's roadmap to success, follow someone else's strategy, because that's not the thing that's working. You tried everything, but still you're sitting here like things are, something is off. And this is where just those simple things, the nervous system comes in. The survival-based patterns versus the regulated patterns. The survival energy, the wounded masculine, the pushing, forcing, chasing, versus the receiving, the being, the more the nurture side. And from there on, you can take leadership. You can step up, be the fucking change in the world, do what you love to do, follow your soul mission, but without burning out. Because I know that survival way is making you go up and down in emotions, is go up and down in energy. Just said one day you feel unstoppable, and the other day you're like, not for me today. While the other way is like you show up, over and over and over again, and you're just there. It's sustainable. It's a sustainable way of being. And that's what we all have to learn. And we have to definitely unlearn the patterns that we use so far. Again, it's not an easy, flowy project to do. It's really like a new way of being. Grief can happen here. You're leaving that old identity behind. Things that used to work don't work anymore. And you start stepping into that new person. And that feels like scary because you have no clue what's gonna unfold there. But that's a good thing, because when you see the path clearly ahead, you're definitely walking someone else's path. So you're gonna be more okay but being uncertain. And that uncertainty versus certainty is the thing that's maybe keeping you stuck right now. Maybe you have to start being more uncertain, not knowing, trusting. And there start things unraveling as they should be and feeling truly fulfilling instead of empty. This is my whole change of the last years, and it's amazing. I'm still learning every day. I'm still growing every day to that more regulated feminine way of being. And instead of like trying to continuously be better and bigger and more and chase, because it's not helpful. So I know actually this is an inspiring thing for you to start following as well. To really start changing in that direction instead of keeping stuck in where you are right now. And I would love to hear more about how you feel, what you do, whatever. And I'll take you with me on this journey.